So, what is next for the United States of America and the world? Well, we don't know exactly, but what we do know is that evil is in charge. No matter what the political party is, no matter what faction, no matter what, the people at the top are evil. And so, what's next for humanity? Well, that is up to us. Here's what I think. Many people on both sides of the fake left-right paradigm are at each other's throats right now. Many people within the right itself are against one another. People on the left are against one another. You know, the meme that America's more divided than ever is literally true. It's happening right before our eyes, which is the absolute opposite of what we need to do. So a lot of people will see me criticizing different people, whether it's, Trump supporters or the 17th letter of the alphabet faction of things or whatever it might be. Here's the thing. I look at every human being that's not a part of the system as an ally, or at least a potential ally. Even people that are brainwashed. Nobody is so far gone that they are too far gone from salvation, from being able to come to the right side of history. And what's the right side of history? The right side of history is freedom. It's to stand up against things that are objectively evil, period. And there are many people that have been waking up in droves. Millions and millions of people all over the world. The C-19 pandemic has woken up millions of people, right? The political system, the news media, lying, the censorship has woken up millions of people. So what's next for humanity? Well, we have a couple of choices to make. We can either unite as the citizens of the world, the living, breathing, sovereign human beings that were put here for a purpose, or we can continue the nonsensical fighting with the people at the very bottom of the pyramid and allow the elites to do whatever they want without opposition. Right now, we're watching a selection take place right before our eyes, and as to be expected, people are happy about it and people are not happy about it. But really, the reality of it is that none of us should be happy, because regardless of what happens, evil is going to be in charge, period. And so it's time for people to start making a choice. We have to stop looking at people as enemies, right? The people at the bottom as enemies, right? Sure, there's going to be people that are going to be firm in their beliefs no matter what you do, and they will collaborate with the system no matter what you show them, no matter what the situation is. But I personally believe, and I think that history shows, that there are more people that are reasonable and willing to start looking at things with a different light and can come to the side of truth. Now, what do we have to do? Well, it's an uphill battle, that's for sure. The big tech companies are employing unprecedented levels of censorship for everybody. It's not just people on the right. It's not just fringe conspiracy theorists anymore. It's people on the left. It's those communists, the same communists that are cheering people on for cheering people on when Alex Jones got censored, and, people that they considered to be right wings when they got censored. Well, now they're getting censored, right? Everybody's getting censored across the board unless they are specifically staying within the establishment narrative. So what do we need to do? We need to continue to support speech and content on alternative platforms, right? Even though they're trying to lock down the internet, we still have the opportunity to use it for communication purposes, and so everybody needs to focus on alternative platforms. There's lots of options out there right now. I'm personally on most of them. There's BitChute, there's LBRY, there's BitTubers, there's Brand New Tube. Ben Swan is working on ISC.media. All kinds of people are working on different platforms, right? That has to be the focus, right? If you're watching this on YouTube, you're seeing this on Twitter, it's not going to last. We're all gone, right? There's thousands and thousands of people have been banned over the last several years to never be allowed back onto these mainstream platforms, right? And the strategy, of course, is to silence dissenting voices so that the narrative can be controlled by the New World Order controlled platforms, which that's fine. It'll work in the short term, but in the long term, it won't work, because no matter what people say, no matter if people want to think that socialism or communism or fascism is the way to go, it doesn't matter. Humans have the inherent desire and need to be free. So eventually, people are going to start moving away from these platforms, whether it's by force or willingly so. Does anybody remember MySpace? Barely, right? It's going to be the same situation here. People are pissed off, and that's people all along the spectrum of political belief, religious belief, everything, right? And now, with governments all over the world pushing people into a corner with their C-19 lockdowns and police state tyranny, people are waking up. And you no matter what the media tells you, no matter what you see on social media, it is true. People are waking up. You cannot believe the propaganda. You cannot believe the narrative. People are waking up. There's a lot of different indicators for this, right? When people get pushed on by government, they push back, right? There's millions of people all over the world right now, as we speak, protesting tyrannical government, right? As we speak, it's happening right now. All over the place, people are getting censored. It's like they say, one of the anti-war arguments is that for every bomb you drop, it creates, several new terrorists, right? It's the same situation. Every person you censor turns more people toward the truth, right? And so we need to focus on these alternative platforms, and every single one of us. It's time to stop being shy about it. It's time to stop being embarrassed about your belief system. It's time to put all of that aside, because humanity is literally at stake right now. It truly is. And so we have to do everything that we can in the real world and online as well in order to wake people up, whatever that looks like, right? And we can do it. People are pissed, and that means that people are vulnerable, and that means that people are now open to new ideas and open to looking at reality in a different light, right? Most people 10 years ago would have never thought that they would be censoring speech in the way that they are. Just a few years ago, if you would have told people, hey, they're gonna lock everybody down with the pandemic and everything that's happening right now, we would have been laughed off of the internet, right? Even though a lot of people have been sounding alarms for this type of thing for a long time. So with that being said, that is our duty. Right now, we are warriors, right? We are warriors for the truth. We are warriors for freedom. It doesn't matter what your political view is. It doesn't matter, what your religious view is. It's time to put all that stuff aside, right? It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. It does not matter. There's more at stake than nonsensical dividing lines that have been, preemptively given to us by the established narrative, because that's what it is. And so it is time, if you care about freedom, if you care about your family, if you care about your friends, if you care about the future of humanity, it's time. Whatever you have to do, right? Whether it's spreading leaflets, talking to your neighbors, whatever it might be, it is time. No more being shy. It's time to start taking a stand, because right now, the time is ripe. But then again, if we don't do it now, we are at risk of losing it all forever. And I know that I don't want to leave my son the world that we're currently living in. I know that I don't want my bloodline to end in slavery and bondage, and I'm sure that you guys don't either. So, with that being said, let's move forward with the world. Let's spread the message of truth and freedom, and let's do everything that we can within our power to peacefully bring about change in the world. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you don't already. And again, follow on alternative platforms. You have to get comfortable with it, even if it's not as convenient, even if it's not as easy, even if it's not as fun, because this is going away. Could go away tonight, for all I know. So I appreciate you guys. Love you all. Hopefully you're doing well. Tune in tomorrow for another video, no matter what platform it may be. And take care.